Babaji, I would like to ask the question about the freedom of choices. What is the Vedic psychology says about the free choice? Like people say, oh, I'm free, you know, all the choices I make, my free choice, this is my free choice. What does it really mean? And if it's possible to have a free choice?
Well, first of all, yes, it is possible, but it is only possible if you are free.
So we have to know what does it mean to be free.
Yeah, just like if somebody is in a prison and closed in a small cell, and he says, well, I'm making free choices. So that person himself is inside the prison, so what free choice he can make? So to be able to make free choice, you should be free. And what does it mean to be free? Means that your mind should not be conditioned. So our minds, they are conditioned by so many things from our past experiences and past impressions of life. For example, as a child, we have watched many programs on television. So many of those things have created impressions on our mind. And then whenever you make any choice, which means you make a decision,
Yes.
so those experiences or those impressions in your mind, they actually exert an influence on you, without your knowing it. So you are being influenced by those things, and then you make a choice. If you go to, for example, you go to a supermarket and you just want to buy, say, even simple things, say bread. And if you have seen advertisement of a particular brand of bread, so when you go there and if you see that, then tendency will be to pick up that one. Although there may be other breads which may be even of better quality and cheaper, but still you will go for that because that's what has impressed your mind and your choice is being influenced by that. So basically we get programmed by our experiences in life and especially in the childhood. So these things are like small programs which sit inside our heart. And then when you have to make any decision in your life or choose for certain options, then these programs are the one which influence us in making decisions. So when you see people making simple choices, what kind of hairstyle I have, or what kind of cloth I want to wear, or food I want to eat, then although it seems that you are free to make decisions and you are making your own decision, but really speaking you are already influenced by the media, especially by the media. You may be also influenced by your peers, co-workers, the type of things they are doing, or you may be a fan of some celebrity and the type of food or hairstyle or dress they wear, that influences you, or maybe your parents.
And also sometimes the society.
Yeah, in general. So if we are influenced by so many things, then it doesn't make really sense to say that I am making free choices. Second thing is that you can make choice when you have knowledge about things. Because choice means that you have to choose between one and another or many things available. But if my knowledge is very limited, then my choice also becomes very limited. So more knowledge you have, then more freedom you have to choose. And the most important thing is that if you don't have control over your mind and senses, then even if you have knowledge, you will not be able to choose that. So there are many people who know that smoking is not good or drinking is not good, yet they smoke and they drink. So they are unable to make choice.
Yes.
So why they are unable to make the proper choice? Because they are conditioned by their experience or addiction. And because of that condition, they make the wrong choice. And they are the one who will still say, well, I'm free to smoke.
Sometimes maybe it's also lack of determination. Yes?
Yeah.
One day they say, I quit, but after 2 days they are still...
That's exactly. Lack of determination, that's why you cannot control. If you are determined, you can control. But when you don't have that strong determination, then you are unable to control. And when you are unable to control, then you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Then you are
You
forced
have to smoke.
then you are forced by your own mind to do it. So for choice, this is very important factor, that you actually are master of your own mind and senses and not a slave of it. Because a slave means one who does not have a choice.
But also sometimes people have, oh, I have a free choice, and they choose. You have to make the choice about the things you know nothing about. Yes, like you go to some country, or I don't know. Sometimes you have to choose the thing. You know, like someone will ask, you know, if you like, would you prefer chocolate or gulab jamun, and you never have a gulab jamun. So you, what kind of free choice it is? Yes, you choose sometimes what you know. Yes,
Yeah,
and sometimes the
that's
lack of, like you said, the lack of knowledge also make this free
Yeah.
choice impossible.
Right. So obviously choice means that you have understanding, you have
What
knowledge,
is,
and you have control. So then you are free. But such people are very rare to find.
yes. Very right.
So therefore most people, when they are making choices, they are making conditioned choices. Their decisions are already influenced by various factors, by the society, by social media, by education, by upbringing. All these factors influence the choice.
So you can say that like 100% free choice practically doesn't exist,
No.
yes, because we are always by some kind of influence.
Unless you are an enlightened person,
Yes.
then you are free, because you're not conditioned by anything.
That's why it's good to choose that path which will lead us to this.
Right.
But it's
That is the path of freedom.
freedom. Yeah.
So that's what Vedic psychology teaches, how actually to be free from the conditioning of your mind, which is making you actually suffer.
So if we learn how to control our mind, can we tell that we are on the way to make good
Yes,
choices?
then you are on the path of freedom.
Freedom.
Then you are being liberated, because the real bondage is not outside, it's inside you.
So even if we learn the Vedic psychology, so we will also learn how to control the mind.
How to control, and for that you have to make some effort.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's not an easy thing to do that. We are not accustomed to control mind.
But it's not impossible.
Nothing is impossible.
Thank you.